Hi YouTube. Um, this was supposed to be an easy job today. I just got back from Disney World with the family. I'm going to throw this brake line on both sides, the rubber brake line. Just going to be a quick in and out. We just finished the transmission and put a little set of front brake pads on there. I noticed one of the lines was kind of tore up, and I was taking off the passenger side. You look at that really closely. That's the nut that breaks the brake line loose inside the caliper. And you can see that broke right off. What kind of a design is that, I have to question. So we are going to try to take a tip from Mr. Bruce Witham and try to orchestrate an extraction here, or in the case of his moniker, get her out. So I've got it mounted on the mill here. I don't have it all dialed in yet. I just want to give you an early, before I start mangling stuff and cutting the line off and a few things like that. I'm going to come in here, I'm going to hacksaw the line off. And first order is going to be clean it up just a little bit and see if we can extract it using a left-hand drill bit. So I've got some special left-hand drill bits. They're spotting drill bits. They don't have a long fluting on them, so they should be very tough, and we'll bring you back for those. All right, sorry for the handheld. All right, YouTube, just one more tip for you. You can see this right here. When you take the brake line off, you're going to get some drip coming down from the master cylinder because you are the lowest point in the system. One trick you can do is that little black thing right here is right off the bleeder cap. So you pop that off and pop that onto the tip of the line, and that'll help reduce the volume of the drip that you get. It won't get rid of everything, but it'll certainly slow it down just to reduce the amount of mess. I have my lovely hors d'oeuvre tray down here that I use for a drip pan for the small stuff, but brake fluid is genuinely nasty, so I like to control it as much as I can. All right, thanks. Just a small tip. Okay, we hacksaw the line off. This other piece should come off fairly easily. There's nothing much holding it there. There we go. So there's the part that I hacksawed off. There's the residual of the line. And you can see the ring around the line right there. That's actually the fitting they're going to have to get out. So I'm going to take this off flat with a hacksaw again, or I may even mill it flat because I do have a mill. And then we'll get started with it. Okay, following Mr. Witham's instructions, I was able to extract it. Now my straight flute extractors, which is the standard that Bruce uses, I can't seem to lay my hands on them. I bought a set 30 years ago and they've been in my toolbox ever since. But just to run you through what I did is I grabbed my handy dandy set of left-hand drill bits, and I started small and I worked my way up. And based on the get her out on this one, I believe that the taper is unmolested, or the actual line is going to seat, and I was able to get the wall thickness down pretty much to get rid of its strength. And even though it's not the approved method, I did have a small set of these left or laying around, and you can see I broke one of those off on an exhaust stud, so I shudder to ever use them. But because this was such a small piece in not a really bad location, I was able to get it. Now I had to resort to hand drilling it because I was spending half hour trying to fixture it on the mill, and it's like, you know what, I can just get this done and over with. So that's pretty much what we did on that part, but successfully removed this one, and we'll of course test it on the vehicle as we get done, and hopefully the bleeders don't break. I should have already checked that, but I think we're pretty much okay down in there as far as any issue. So I'd like to thank Bruce for teaching all of us how to get it out, if you will. It looks to be pretty much okay. I don't think I'll have any problem with it sealing, but anyway, again, thanks to Bruce. And hello to my friends, JB and Oz and all that down there. And I thank you, Australia, for your tidbit on this one. I could have wrecked it and actually had to buy a caliper. That wouldn't have been end of the world, but if you don't have to, don't. Thanks for watching and thanks for subscribing.